How's it going, everyone? I'm Austin from Elder Drunken Highlander, and today I'm coming to you with the top 10 ways of using Worldfire. For those of you who don't know, Worldfire was recently unbanned in EDH, much to my own excitement. This card is a whopping 9 mana and requires some sort of payoff in order to win, so it is hardly unfair. That's why I am very excited to start slamming this bad boy down in my game. Worldfire is 6 colorless and triple red for a sorcery that reads, exile all permanents, exile all cards from all hands and graveyards. Each player's life total becomes 1. This makes it understandably difficult to win after it resolves, since you won't have access to your hand, graveyard, or board after bringing everyone to 1. In order to pull this off, you're going to have to do some weird shit. Luckily, over at Elder Drunken Highlander, weird shit is our speciality. Now, before I start this list, I want to mention Teferi's Protection, because everyone is already screaming about it online. I'm not sure why this card is the card everyone gravitated towards for Worldfire combo over some of the much better choices in our list, but I will give it an honorable mention, because people already know about it. You phase out and keep your stuff. Nice. But isn't that a little much? Nobody's going to have creatures or cards or mana or even life. So you don't actually need your whole board. You just need one creature and you are miles ahead of the table. Robe of Stars, in this case, has the same effect but cheaper on the turn you need it. Heck, Voyager's Staff is probably the best way to do this strategy. It can be tutored in mono red using Urza's Saga or Goblin Engineer. Costs 1 less than Teferi's Protection on your turn, and can abuse an ETB creature like Spark Mage Apprentice or something. Otherworldly Journey and other blink effects that are cheaper than Teferi's Protection can get mentioned here too, I guess. Okay, now to the real list. Number 10 on our list is Florian Voldaren, Scion. This guy made our list because of just how spicy his win line can be. Note that I said spicy, not good. He's a number 10 for a reason. Crack an emergent zone in your first main phase. Cast your Worldfire and float 3 mana. Let that bad boy resolve. Now cast Florian. Move through combat to your second main phase. Florian will let you look at your whole deck because of everyone's life total being set to 1. Pick like Piranha Marsh or something and meme on someone by killing them with a tapped land. Then attack with Florian over the next few turns to get the other 2. Okay. Now that the meme answer is out of the way, let's get to some real strats. This next one is a classic, though from those bygone days when Worldfire was originally printed and not yet banned. Dwyra of the Gitu can suspend that bad boy and put a creature in suspense after it, allowing you to be the only kid in the neighborhood who has a board state. There are tons of ways to remove suspend counters too. Number 8 on the list is Squea the Immortal. This guy can be cast from exile, so having him on your battlefield when the Worldfire resolves is no big deal. Just make sure you float 3 mana before casting the Worldfire so you can pay for Squea after all the destruction. I'm sure he would appreciate being used as a combat damage finisher instead of a food chain combo for once. Number 7 is kinda convoluted, but also very, very spicy. Angel of Serenity returns cards to your hand when it leaves the battlefield. Now, sure, you could exile your opponent's creatures, but also you can exile your own stuff too, and have it come into your hand after Worldfire resolves. If you put a creature and a spirit guide in the grave, and then exile them with the angel, you are basically golden. My personal choice here would be Simian Spirit Guide and Old Raging Goblin. Next on our list is another way to refill our hand. It's our old imaginary friend Toothy. This guy draws a ton of cards when he leaves the battlefield, which means we can end our Worldfire with a full grip while the rest of the table grips nothing but the fact that they are going to lose very soon. Thought Gorger and a few other cards will also get you the same effect. Number 5 on our list is Greater Gargadon. This guy hands down the best suspend creature for the job because you can sacrifice the permanents that are going to get exiled anyways in order to leave him at 1 time counter. This means the turn after you set the world on fire, you get a hasty beastie with way more stats than needed for a simple 1 damage job. Number 4 on our list is a channel favorite, Jeska Thrice Reborn. Floating 3 mana after Worldfire means you can cast her and -X to instantly kill the table. Using stuff like Mizzix Mastery, you can discount Worldfire to make that cast even easier. We're actually brewing up a CEDH Worldfire deck using this combo, so if you want to see CEDH Worldfire memes, there's a deck list linked in the description. It can do some crazy things like assemble Worldfire for cheap off of a Razaketh line, or abuse some of the other combos we will be mentioning further down in the list. Speaking of other combos, found in this CEDH deck, O-Ring effects such as Admonition Angel, Day of the Dragons, World Gorger Dragon, which also combos with Jeska, I hear, or even things like Fiend Hunter can save your stuff so you keep it after the Worldfire wipe. This doesn't even require mana investment on the Worldfire turn. It is particularly free real estate if you can exile one of your own things. It is also freaking sweet because you can O-Ring your near-death experience or Baron Glory for ultimate memes. It's not quite as good as our next effect though. So, he's big, he's bad, and Thragtusk is back. Yeah, you thought old Thraggy boy got power creeped out of EDH, but he's back with a vengeance now that Worldfire is back too. What is this? Corset 2013 block constructed? When Thragtusk, Valor of the Worthy, or even your Ugin the Ineffable tokens leave play, they give you free stuff. Use the stuff to win the game. This one gets the number 2 slot because unlike O-Ring, you don't have to telegraph your play by exiling something you own on the turn before. Just having Thragtusk in play is no cause for alarm. They will never see the Worldfire coming and you can beat the table down with a 3/3 Beast token. Now, our number 1 way to abuse Worldfire, though, is a super spicy 1-card combo that I think got totally overlooked. It's Spelltwine. Earlier in the video, we talked about Mizzix Mastery and how it can cast Worldfire on the cheap. But this card can do a cheap Worldfire and take on your opponent's spells too. If they have a direct damage spell, you can kill someone. If they have ramp, you can edge closer to casting your commander. If they have a token producing spell, you just win. There are tons of ways to abuse this, including putting the spell you want into your opponent's graveyard from something like Grinning Totem, or just filling the grave with mill effects or wheels. I think this is my top way to Worldfire though, because it both reduces Worldfire's insane cost, and also gives us a way to win off of it with just 1 card. The cost reduction helps us float mana for our commander too, if we want to go that route. Also, Spelltwine is just sweet, and more people should play it. That about wraps up this listicle. If we missed a way to win with Big Daddy Worldfire, then let us know in the comments. If you like our content and want to chat with us, or you want to help build your own Worldfire deck, come say hi in our Discord. You can also join our Patreon for neat perks. Hop into our Twitch streams on Thursday and Sunday nights, or simply just hit that subscribe button and drop a like. Thanks for watching. Stay janky, my friends. And remember, untap, upkeep, drink. Bye.